What's up, guys? DigiModels.us here. How's it going? Hope your Tuesday's going well. I just got off of YouTube Live for a couple minutes. I was explaining how I just sold my first NFT. The ones I draw on the daily using DALL-E 2. If you go to labs.openai.com, you can sign up using like Google or one of your social media accounts, and they'll automatically like give you like I think 30 like credits, and with each credit you can use the DALL-E text to image generator. And so I've been like steadily refining the artwork that I create, and the text prompts I use to generate the images and the art. So after I generate them, I choose you get 4 options that it produces and synthesizes, and so I'll choose the best one that I think, and then sometimes I'll like expand out even more on it. But the one that sold today was like a hyper realistic version of my sloth NFT. A lot recently and lately I've been doing a lot of NFTs that are like low poly animals. So you can see on my feed, on my social media, mostly Twitter and Instagram, that I'll do like an elephant, and then yesterday I did a whale, and today I did a piranha. And after I generate them, I go create the NFT. I go to OpenSea.io. I believe that's what it is. Correct me if I'm wrong, but OpenSea.io. And then if you have a wallet already created using the MetaMask plugin for Chrome, you can create a new wallet easily. I have multiple wallets. I have a primary wallet though that I have all my NFTs in and exchange out my crypto when I need to purchase more NFTs or what have you. So what I did was I go to OpenSea, and then on my profile icon in the top right, it used to be like on the left of the profile icon that you can just hit create, but now it's underneath the profile icon. So if you hover over the profile icon, a drop down menu will appear, and in the you'll see create. Once it goes to create, you'll see like a little box that shows that you can just click it and then upload a picture wherever that image is located locally on your PC. And so then you give it a name and a description, and then you can even give it like properties and attributes. And I usually just give it a name and name the character attribute that, and then I put what AI I use, which is always mostly like DALL-E 2. But I have used other ones like Stable Diffusion, and like I have that as a plugin for my Adobe Photoshop as well. But there's another one, Midjourney. I haven't tried Midjourney. I've heard that you need Discord access, but I was at the Deadfellas party in LA, and my friend that I met there, he told me that there's ways that you don't have to use the Discord method, but I'm just satisfied with the DALL-E for now. But I am interested that everybody's unique, and right after he purchased my NFT, like he commented like on one of the videos I used, the slothy picture for like one of the DigiModels C.E.O videos I make on the daily as well, and I upload that as a short reel on Instagram. So yeah, so he put a comment on that and was like, "Oh, I like the slothy," or something like that. And I was like, "Thank you so much." And then I even posted the image of my email that I got received from OpenSea saying, "Congratulations, your NFT sold." And I was like, "Oh, this can't be real." I was like, "This can't be real." Oh man, that guy was going fast. Mm-hmm. And it was real. And I checked my Ethereum wallet, and boom, $112 was in there. And I found out like he's from Thailand, and that's freaking cool. Like, who would have known that a Thailand dude would be looking at stumble upon my NFTs of all things. And then he told me he was looking for a sloth, and he found one in mine, and he loved it. So I mean, it's all relative, right? art lies in the eyes of the beholder, right? So, I'm just generating the stuff, like hoping something hits, and finally it looks like something hit. I mean, what to do with the Ethereum, all right? I mean, it's interesting because dead friends are like going for hella cheap right now, like $50. People, I don't know what the heck's going on. It must be Billianos selling all of his NFTs, but anyway, yeah, I'm just super stoked that the NFT is sold. I'm just thinking about all the possibilities now. I'm just hella happy that happened, because I just made my fucking like month and year. Like, it all like came together, like business and art and crypto and technology. It's just like a great alignment, and it just like, it's validation in a way. And I'm just really happy that, like, I never thought my art amounted to much, right? And like, I took years of art in school, and like I learned some stuff. I'm not a great artist. I just liked it, right? A lot of people just do things as a hobby, leisurely, passing time. I used to draw comic books, and it was fun. And I would put them in like sheet covers, right? Protective paper covers, and my friends would just read them on the daily at lunch at school. And like, it was just like rewatching episodes of your favorite cartoon, right? And so, it was just a lot of fun for them. And like, we didn't have cell phones, so I mean, it was either you brought a book, or like you talked, or you had homework. And I was introverted, so I mean, I didn't really talk much, so that's how I expressed myself, and people liked it. And then we would like write stories and stuff, and it was fun. So we just used our imaginations in Texas, so it was fun. Good memories. And but my art, I just, even when I took wood shop, like I made a lamp. Like, there was a certain project my dad had to give me money for, and I felt guilty because I didn't know, if he had much money, or if he had a little. And so it just always seemed like he didn't have enough for us, but that's fine. But whenever I did ask, he would provide it. So for wood shop, he gave me like $30 or whatever, and I created this lamp out of like maple wood, right? And like, you use a lathe, and like you carve patterns into it out of the wood, because it's just a block at first, but then you use a machine to like slowly carve out like a shape. And then that was on my dad's end table for the longest time, because it was a really nice lamp, actually, for $30. Back then, I think it must have been like, could have gone for like 200 these days. But I think I also made a cutting board, and then I like used a soldering iron or something, like etch the Tasmanian devil from Looney Tunes into it, and we used that as a cutting board occasionally. I mean, my dad wasn't much of a cook. There wasn't many women around. Anyway, so just doing art back then, like I enjoyed it. In like my second year of like 7th grade or 8th grade, like they gave us like 2 points of perspective, right? So you create like this, like it looked like Brooklyn, or like not Brooklyn, Manhattan, right? Times Square in New York is like right there where that main building is, and the 2 rows like just like go on into infinity. Like, that's what I had in my picture that I drew with pencil, and then we colored it in. But like, I created like giant screens, and then I put like Pokemon on it, because Pokemon was all the craze back then. I mean, it's still pretty popular, but back then it just came out. And so like, I started off with Pokemon Blue, or was it Pokemon Red? I ended up getting both, but I loved both too. And they were this exact same game, but with like a little bit variations of Pokemon. And then I thought it was like the newest technology ever, because like we had a little Japanese friend. He brought his Game Boy to school, and then he was like, "Oh, you got a Game Boy? Bring it, because we can exchange Pokemon." And that was like the only way you can evolve certain Pokemon, was if you traded them. And so, we ended up agreeing like some Pokemon to trade, and like they were like even levels or whatever, they're maxed out or whatever. And then like he brought the cable that connected both like big ass Game Boys, and then we transferred them and they evolved, and it was like coolest thing ever, because like communication between, portable, like any kind of standalone device wasn't really feasible with like SNES or Sega. I did go to my friend's once in the 90s, and he had a Sega Genesis connected to like the phone line, and he's like playing soccer, and he's like, yeah, I'm playing against somebody right now. I was like, what? Like, it was like blowing my mind. Like, I couldn't understand it. And then like I guess I really didn't really have like gaming internet, except for like real-time strategy, which I played with my friend over like Zero. It's like free internet. It's called like Zero or something, and it goes over dial-up. But I would get like 20 hours for free or whatever, and then you have to create a new account. But regardless, I stopped doing art. After high school, didn't draw much. I didn't really get into it. I started like delving like deep into computers and that kind of technology, because I was like, it was mysterious. I didn't understand it. It seemed like I reached a peak with art, because like in high school, like I took some drawing, but then they got into painting, and that seems too messy for me, I guess. I wasn't really a painter, and I still have a lot of paint at home and canvases, but I don't paint, right? And I even got some like sketch pads and some pencils, like varying like densities and weights, but I don't sketch either. I guess I'm just lazy, because now I'm just going into DALL-E and just plugging in the text, and then I'm able to create these beautiful like pieces effortlessly, and then I'm able to post and just forget about it. At first, when I started posting these AI art NFTs by DALL-E, like people on Twitter just passively, they didn't care. They were like one like maybe, like every 5th day. And like today and like yesterday, I've been getting like 11 likes. So that's actually pretty good. For Twitter. Each platform has their own degrees of success when talking about likes and following and interactivity and engagement. So I try to be highly engaged on Twitter. So if you follow me at the Apex Engineer on Twitter, I'll try to follow you back, as long as you're authentic. I don't follow back bots. I'll go into the tweet history. I'll see if the account has tweeted, or if it's just like the rant and the most body like spam I've ever seen. If it's that, I'll not. But if it's like a picture of somebody, like it's like a real life photo, and I'm like, okay, they're genuine, like I'll follow them back, even though they have like 500 followers and I have like 7,200. I don't care, because I know that they're real, and I'm trying to follow all the real people and get rid of the bots. I'm tired of bots. But bots have a role too, because there's a sales bot for Deadfellas, and every time I post something, like I'll go in and I'll like it, and then I'll put that it's free zombie. Alright guys, thanks for tuning in to DigiModels. I'm super stoked about my NFT selling. If you think I'm headed for success, go buy one too. Check me out on all my social media: Instagram, Devin Michael Davis, Twitter, at the Apex Engineer. Later.